Welcome back to geometry. We want to take a look at section 23, and we're going to continue taking a look at constructions. So for this construction, we want to find the perpendicular to a line through a point on that line. So if we're given a line and some point on that line, point on that line, we want to find the perpendicular through the line, or the perpendicular to the line through the point. Okay, so that's what we want to find. Now, the basic idea is that we want to construct, start simple here, start with just a circle. Let's see, that is centered at P with any radius greater than 0. Okay, so once we do that, that's going to give us a couple of intersection points. Right? If we wanted to draw the entire circle, we could do that, but of particular interest is the intersection points. We'll call them A and B. Right, so we get the intersection points A and B. That gives us a line segment whose midpoint is P. With that, we then construct, right? All that we already know how to construct a perpendicular bisector, so we just need to construct the perpendicular bisector of AB. So we construct M, the perpendicular bisector of AB. So those instructions can be found on the previous construction. So notice if we want to justify why this is the perpendicular through P, then we notice, first of all, that AP is equal to BP by the definition of a circle. And then the next thing is that P is on the perpendicular bisector of AB by the bisector. Perpendicular bisector theorem. And that's all that we need, right? Now we know, right? We know that AP is equal to BP because that's the definition of a circle. By the previous construction, we're able to construct the perpendicular bisector of that. And we know that P is on that perpendicular bisector by the perpendicular bisector theorem. So that's it. But what does that really look like? So what we want to do here is let's start off with a line and a point P. If we were to construct a circle of radius R, any radius at all, we could, let's try this again. We could construct this entire circle. But of particular interest to us isn't the whole thing. Of interest to us are just the intersection points on either side. So we make little marks with our compass, and then we label those points. We identify those points as A and as B. So the given point was P. Once we mark those points, then we do the same thing that we did before. We construct a circle centered at A with radius AB, but all we need from that is the mark above and the mark below, right? I could construct the whole circle and that's fine, but all I need is the mark above and the mark below. And then with B, I construct a circle as well, centered at B with radius AB. And I could construct that entire circle, but the only thing that's of interest to me are these points here. Once I have those points, right, or those markings, once I have those markings, then I have their intersection points here and here, and the line that passes through those should be my perpendicular bisector of AB passing through P. So that's essentially what our construction should look like. when you submit that homework or when you submit it on exam, all these little markings should stay there. So that way it can be observed how you constructed the perpendicular bisector, or in particular, in this case, the perpendicular through a point. Excellent. That's all I wanted to talk about for this video. So I'll see you guys again soon for our next construction.